It is now my honor to present the 2019 Realtor Good Neighbor Award to John Prazynski of the Butler Warren Association of Realtors. Today we honor John, who along with his wife and real estate partner Carol, turned a heartbreaking tragedy into a positive. Their son Taylor, who was born on Veterans Day in 1984, joined the Marines following his graduation from Fairfield High School. 2 years later, while serving our nation, Taylor was killed in an explosion in Iraq. John and Carol created a scholarship fund in Taylor's name that has provided thousands of dollars in assistance to Fairfield High School students who have written a short essay on what freedom means to them. Since 2005, more than $100,000 has been given in scholarships in Taylor's memory. Additionally, John and Carol, along with a group of others, organized a Ride for Heroes for motorcyclists. The proceeds from last year's fundraisers went to Four Paws for Ability, a nonprofit organization that provides service dogs for injured veterans. And if that isn't enough, John has also created a legacy fund for Cincinnati Reds Hall of Famer Joe Nexall, Miracles Leagues Field in Fairfield, which enables children and adults with disability to play baseball. John has served on the board of directors for Impact a Hero and is part of the steering committee for another veteran charity, Blue Skies for Good Guys and Gals. John, a veteran, is continuing to make a real, meaningful difference in our community. Please join me again in congratulating our industry's 2019 Good Neighbor Award recipient, John Prazynski.
Thank you. I'd like to first say thank you to all the veterans in the room. Are there any veterans in the room? I know I met a Vietnam veteran realtor yesterday and had the privilege of having a conversation with him. And to the Vietnam veterans, I want to say welcome home. I'm your average guy. I did not intend to go out and set the world on fire with anything that I've ever done. I wanted to earn a good living as a realtor, and I got involved in the real estate business because my friend, Sonia Thomas, said, hey, John, why don't you get your real estate license and come to work with us? And here I am almost 31 years later. So I have never had a resume. It's an honor to be here. I want to first start out by saying thank you to my beautiful wife, Carol, who I love and adore and has taken this part of our journey that neither of us would wish on anyone. So Taylor was a good kid. He was born in an Air Force hospital, and we taught him to be kind. We taught him to be an optimist. We taught him to reach his goals and work for his goals. He watched with the rest of our family, as you probably did too, on 9/11/2001, the Twin Towers fall. We talked about what would go on politically, morally, militarily from that. And so he was a sophomore in high school. So his junior year, he came to us and he says, I'm going to join the military. So of course I asked him to explore all of his options. And he comes back and he says, I want to be a Marine. I want to know that I personally have what it takes to make it through Marine Corps boot camp. I want to do my part in service to our nation. And he says, I want to be part of an elite team, and the Marine Corps is a very elite team. And so his first tour was in Haiti when they ousted President Aristide. The military coup was going to take over the nation, and 900 Marines from the 3rd Battalion, 8th Marine Regiment went down and kept the peace. And when he came back, he spent the Christmas holiday with us in '04, and on January 1st of '05, we joined hands with him and his Marine friend from Fairfield, Troy Riggs, and we prayed for their safety because we knew he was getting ready to go to Fallujah. And so we don't feel like or let me rephrase this. We did not have a conversation with him about what if, because we felt like that would be a lack of faith. I mean, we stood there, we prayed for his safety. And so at his funeral, I said, we had complete and total faith that he was coming home. We just didn't know he was bypassing our house on his way. So, because of what he did, I have learned a valuable lesson about service. None of us are in this world alone. And all the things that they're saying that we didn't do alone. And we didn't even come up with the ideas. We were numb that first year, but our friends, our family, our realtor family all came to us with these ideas and said, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Why don't, so to make a long story short, it's because of the community that surrounded us and raised us up. And there's nothing more humbling in the world to meet someone that you really don't know who comes up to you and says, I've been praying for you and your family. There's nothing more humbling. And so the things that we've really done out of survival just because sounds like a good idea, let's go help somebody. And so my final thank yous, I want to say thank you to Ohio Realtors. I want to say thank you to my Butler Warren Association of Realtors, especially Leslie Bessel, Joan Shelton, Beth Brady. And then I want to say a special thank you to my Star One family, and I see him back in the audience, especially Mark Meinhardt, who has really taught me to try to embrace my circumstance, because I get really where I don't want to, I'm not comfortable being in the public eye doing this, but I want to do the things that I can do to try to help those around. But Mark has, through his own loss, helped me to learn to embrace this. So I'm forever thankful, Mark. I want to say thank you to Patty Stalin, our ownership group, our partners, the management team, my office in Tri-County, Fairfield. And my goal, and I would encourage you to think on this, my goal is to live my life worthy of not just Taylor's sacrifice, but everybody that is sacrificed to bring us the freedom that we have to enjoy the profession that we have. So think on that. Thank you very much.